This weather خیلی بده. Okay. Start playing. My name is Cerdor, and I was born in Australia, and I'm a product of globalization. My mother originally comes from Italy, and my father from Mauritius. And due to this, growing up in Australia, having parents from different cultural backgrounds, and Australia being quite a multicultural country, I was led to find something which I felt I liked, I guess is the best way to explain. And I was always interested in art and music, and I started playing guitar. But I realized that I had a fascination with Indian, Chinese, Central Asian music, and through doing a lot of research, this led me to Iranian music. And when I first heard the voice of Mohammad Reza Shajarian and Hossein Alizadeh's tar playing, that's when my searching stopped.
سمن بویان غبارم چو بنشینم بنشانند پری رویان قرار از دل چو بستیزند بستانند به فتراک جفا دلها چو بربندند ز زلف عنبرین جانها چو بگشایند بفشانند.
And I just was so fascinated by the techniques and the way that the instrumentalists accompany the vocalists, and I don't know, I felt a connection. Maybe it was a past life. Maybe I was Persian in my past life. And I the first few years I was playing like 4 or 5 hours a day, sometimes longer. And it became a type of meditation. And this led me into also reading Persian literature, but in English translation, of course, because my Farsi isn't that good. And it also led me down a spiritual path as well. So introduced me to people like Rumi, Hafez, and even more unknown writers like Ostad Ilahi, and it started to become a part of my life. So Cerdor also became a meditation and a form of expression through art. And after about 7 years of playing Cerdor, I received a grant from the Australian government to go to Iran to study with Ostad Mohammed Reza Lotfi, but my visa was rejected. So I was looking for another master, and luckily Ustad Reza Gassemi, more famous for his writing, accepted me in Paris, and I did a Radif intensive course under him, which opened up a whole new world for me with Persian music, getting taught by a teacher from that generation, especially because Reza Gassemi studied under Ustad Ebadi, so I learnt some philosophies from this older generation which I couldn't find in other places. One of the strongest memories of my classes with Reza Gassemi was the way he explained how I should think about the Radif when I'm playing as if it's like talking. And he would explain to me, if I'm right, it was something that he showed me an example with Hazin in Navar, in the way the phrases work. He said I should feel like I'm crying and saying to the beloved, meaning God, where are you? I miss you. And for instance, the and then the next phrase is like the next part of the sentence. And then you're becoming more passionate. And that's not the correct way of playing as in, but just the way it rises and falls. Dream, that's right. Yeah, I once had a dream about Ustad Ebadi, and I went to visit him at his home, and when I opened the door, he was standing there and we started to communicate, but we didn't speak any words. When I looked at him in the eyes, he was smiling, and I just heard the sound of the setar coming from him, and I responded as well with the sound of setar, and we had this kind of internal dialogue of setar, and he even invited me in and sat down on his couch, and we were talking, but the whole thing was setar. And if I'm right, I think the Dashkar was Bayaturk, so it was kind of uplifting, and everything was really colourful, and it was a very bright dream. It was a very happy dream, and I think Ustad Ebadi and Ustad Alizadeh have been a big influence on me with music. So for the past 8 years, I've just been listening to Iranian music. It's been a long time of just listening to Iranian music, becoming familiar with it, and not just Persian music. I've been listening to other musics from the region, so like Kurdish Iranian music, music from Khorasan, Dotar, Mazandaran, Lori, Tabriz, Azeri music, and how that all works in the Radif, and how all the influences are coming together. Ready? Okay. Is it filming now?
Yeah.
Okay.